it's Candace, and Padfoot and Mooney's right there. He's about to go have dinner, and his baby Remus. And happy October 1st! It is officially countdown to Halloween and The Walking Dead, and season 2 of Stranger Things, and for us, Walker Stalker Con in Atlanta, our first time going, and we're meeting up with another Werepup mom. So we are doing this year Vlogtober, and this is Vlogtober day 1. I did Vlogtober I think the first year I started my YouTube channel, which is almost 3 years now. And so with health issues the year after that and other personal things going on, I didn't do it the following year. And then last year, starting in October, was when I started my moving journey. I was starting to pack and look for a new place to go, and so we didn't have time to do Vlogtober, but since we are in our new home this year for our first Halloween and October, perfect time to do Vlogtober. And I'm really going to try this time to stick to it every day. Even if the video is just a couple minutes, we're going to stick to Vlogtober. And this little outfit that Remus wore yesterday to the Jim Henson event that we went to, if you saw the previous 4 videos that we did, this is a little onesie outfit. It's Halloween related, of course. So he's all ready for Halloween, and we're almost, it doesn't look like the house is almost unpacked, but it is. All these boxes you see in the background, and you can't see, there's a pile of them back there, are tons of subscription boxes that have piled up for months, just because I'm just so behind in unboxing videos. And I actually got 2 more over here, but hopefully I'm going to start getting caught up on those. But even though it doesn't look like the house is almost finished, it really is. It's just, we finally emptied all the big moving boxes. We're just at a point where it's putting everything away and getting it organized. We put all my, well, almost, I'd say 97 to 99% of my horror figures up on the wall that are going to be hung up. And I have to rearrange my Funko Pops. I did have most of them organized, but then some I'm getting signed at Walker Stalker, and possibly Days of the Dead, because I'm going to try and go to Days of the Dead this February, because I found out Malcolm McDowell's going to be there again. Well, he's going to be in Atlanta again. Last time I saw him was at Dragon Con a few years ago. And I was really sick at the time and going through a lot. My mom had just died, so years later I want to see him again. So I'm already saving up for that. So I gotta sell a lot of stuff to make that happen. But the house is almost finished, and I'm just looking forward to that being done finally, so I can finally be back to my doing my graphic designing and just doing my little nerdy things that I do that keeps me distracted from the crazy thoughts in my head that keep me so stressed out and tense 24/7. Because sometimes I just am not in a good place. I just get so overwhelmed and stressed out. I just recently decided to go back into therapy, and I know, you know, that kind of thing, there's a lot of stigma attached to it, and I know a lot of these crappy YouTubers that hate on me already think I'm bat crap crazy, and, you know, maybe I am. You know, they pick on me because I have Asperger's, you know, but, you know, whatever. I'm not crazy, really. I'm really not. People can trash talk me and say whatever they want. It doesn't mean it's true. We all have our flaws and our things mentally that just have, you know, that make us, you know, off in our own way. We're all different. And, you know, I've been through a lot, which, you know, also has an effect on my Asperger's and my social anxiety, my general anxiety, and, you know, and then that adds to, that makes you be depressed, and, you know, it's a struggle, and I've gone through a lot of life changes in the last 10 years since my parents died. Then within that, there's a lot of other life changes that have happened, and then in the last year and a half, even more life changes when Mahoney died, and then having to move, and then the stress that's caused Padfoot. He's, you know, he's got stress, and he's got environmental allergies, and he's got I call mental allergies, which, you know, cause him to, like, dig and scratch and claw himself till he's, you know, bleeding and raw. His skin is just raw, which he's dealing with right now. And you know, and that's stressful that adds more stress to me. And then when I'm getting stressed out, then that's more stress on him. So, you know, it's a vicious cycle. And a lot of that, ooh, I'm dizzy. A lot of that is stuff that I've dealt with in my past, especially over in the last 10 years. And a lot of that is also PTSD related from all the stuff that happened when my parents died. Which those of you who've known me for a long time or know the story behind that know how incredibly devastating that whole entire situation was. And, you know, why I've struggled, you know, emotionally the way that I have. So, you know, I don't want to bring that past into my present and my future. So I'm trying to, I want to try to sort that out. I know intense therapy helped a lot when my mom died. I mean, I can't say a lot. I mean, you just never really get over tragedy like that. Especially, I mean, we all never truly get over death of somebody that we love beyond words. But if there's, you know, a serious tragedy that is involved in a loss and a death, you know, it just makes the grieving so much harder, and sometimes some people just can't get over it. And, you know, you have people that tell you, you know, after so much time, oh, it's time to move on, you need to get over it. Well, no, grieving doesn't have a time limit, and people like myself with Asperger's and such and similar, I don't like to say conditions, but similar conditions, I hate to say it that way, we don't deal with change well, we don't adapt, and being put in a situation like I went through, you know, it was just very devastating. And it's 10 years later, and it's something I still have not ever coped with and gotten through. But I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to bring that part of my past into my present and future. I'm going to have to move on from it somewhat now that I'm out of part of the environment that was making me worse. I feel like if I didn't move out of that environment onto somewhere else, I probably would not last much longer. So I just don't want to ever have to be in such a bad place as I was before. So, you know, I still struggle with my severe chronic health issues. There's nothing I can do about that physical part, and there's some of the mental parts that I'm not ever going to be able to get past as well. You know, that's just how things happen like that sometimes, and there's nothing you can do about it. But you don't have to let it completely control you either, and you can do something to help yourself. And I think, you know, there's a lot of reasons why I didn't go back into therapy. Is it one, an insurance issue, and it was hard to get get coverage I needed in order to stay in any kind of therapy, but it's more available in the area where I moved. So I'm hoping that if things go well, fingers crossed, that I can kind of continue on this path where I'm at right now. I'm just trying not to think about that situation right now. And I've not really talked about it, and I don't want to talk about it on my channel. It doesn't really... aside from the usual subscription box rant, you know, I just want to keep most negativity off this particular channel. I still have plans on making a couple other non-geeky pop culture related channels, and I planned on doing that this year, and I just have not had time with all the moving and unpacking. But that's also something else that I'm working on for the new year. But I haven't talked a lot about those things over the last few months, because that's something else that's just adding to my stress, and I needed to get into some kind of therapy and, you know, kind of get my head sorted out somewhat, so I just don't slip back in to a lot of those old habits of negative thinking, because I already have a lot going on up here with the Asperger's and other issues. I don't need negative thoughts creeping in there, and that's also not good for my frail physical health either. And I have been really good about going to new doctors and going to my appointments and sticking with the proper medications, so that I don't get back in a situation where I'm having strokes and my thyroid's causing my body to shut down, and, you know, just really awful things. So I don't want, again, even, you know, not just my emotional past, but my physical health past, to affect my present and future. You know, I already know I'm not well, and there's not anything I can do about that, but I don't have to let myself damage it any further. So I am trying just to make things a little better for my life, for Butthead's life over here. I love Pat for the big dummy that he is. So that's just what I wanted my day one Vlogtober to be about, was just my present and my future, and things I'm looking forward to. And that's pretty much it. I'm just working on editing videos from the Jim Henson event we went to over the weekend. I'm going to try to do some unboxings, and I started watching Pumpkinhead a couple nights ago, but I was really tired and I fell asleep as soon as it started. So I think I'm going to kick off my 31 days of horror film watching with Pumpkinhead tonight. But he is ready for his din-din, and I have some videos to upload, so that is it for this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and that is it for us. Peace.